Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the next episode of Waifu Wars. I am that blonde bitch who's trying to teach her how to cook so she can save her marriage, i.e., have a cover up for killing people. Jubidu.
And I am someone who's always happy to eat yours cooking. So Brody.
Alright. Famous last words.
Mm.
Welcome back to the Waifu Wars podcast where we talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the weeb, but not your waifu because she is trash. What's going on, Oni?
Nothing much. Just enjoying my Sunday. What's going on with you?
I'm okay. It was very cold at first, and now it's really warm.
Really? It's cold in here. About to
No, it
close
was
my
cold.
window.
Yeah, no, it was definitely cold. Whoa! First of all,
Mm.
you acknowledging it's cold.
It's
So
true.
if I was there, I would be legally dead. Got
Yeah,
it.
you would be frozen solid, I'm pretty sure.
And also, I randomly saw this video on Twitter, which is my first mistake being on Twitter,
Mhm.
and it was classic racism on the MTA. I don't know. I feel like there's we can all agree, even though like racism isn't funny, but like isn't it just like a little funny when you just see racist people just go full balls to the wall racism, like it was literally this Asian woman just yelling at black people, calling them like every name in the book. And I'm just like, oh my god.
Sounds like a Tuesday on the
Right. I
MTA.
mean chivalry and whatnot. But the moment she started saying stuff about the black woman, like uh, and it was like really obtuse insults. It was like, "Yeah, you, yeah, where's your black vagina?" Like, I'm like, what? Yeah, that was. I don't know. It's just when the racism gets that over the top, it's a little funny to me. But that is not why we're here. We're here to talk about
It's not?
anime. We're here to talk about anime. So we're gonna start off as always with our new segment this week in anime. I'm gonna go Hoist. Uh Nitro Plus MPA Works makes make January 2003 Assassin Anime Buddy Daddies anime, according to Anime News Network. So yeah, they just announced it very recently.
Wait, it's an
Uh,
anime? I thought it was just like a manga series or something.
Me too. It's no, unfortunately, it's
Wow,
not.
that's upsetting.
So, and this literally builds off of what I was saying last week about Eminence and Shadow, very loosely, like in the sense that it's like certain tropes don't even like, or certain plot lines don't even have a moment to just breathe before some other anime is like, oh, let's more or less do the same shit, just plus or minus a few things. Because just from the, did you watch the trailer for this?
No, I didn't even know it had a trailer.
Hold on. Yeah, watch the trailer, and as you're watching this trailer, Oni, you'll see that this very much is just as Orion or Savior said, is literally just a copy and paste of Spy Family, except they're two dudes and not married.
Mute it.
But it's very much the same. It's in the same area, and I don't know.
This is where someone's gonna reveal that this actually came out before Spy Family.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm just
that'd be
saying.
crazy. I mean, did it? No, actually, you know what? Let's find out.
I mean, the
Even though I
daughter
feel
is
like
cute. It's not as cute as Anya. Oh my god, she even has like the similar hairstyle to Anya. No, there's no way this came out before. Yeah, no, this just looks like literally just looks like
no, the
Spy Family.
yeah, no, I don't.
I think it's an original
Right,
series.
yeah, it's an original series. I don't think it has an anime.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, it's literally copy and paste.
That was quick.
No room to breathe. No room. And it's the same thing I was complaining about with Eminence and Shadow, even though I don't know which came out first, Eminence or Mushoku
Tensei. Mushoku Tensei came out
Tensei.
first. Mushoku Tensei came out like a long time. I think it predates Sword Art Online, actually. The
Wow,
novel.
damn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, when did Eminence and Shadow come out? Eminence in Shadow. The Eminence and Shadow novel series. Oh, 2018. So yeah.
Yeah.
My point still stands. It was very much, haha, let me take this premise and do the exact same thing. I guess with Eminence, I'm gonna still call them out for it, but at least I'm feeling well, I felt the divergence very
Yeah.
quickly this episode, which I'm fine with. So yeah, I don't know. That's just something I'm scared of. It's like people find the anime that cracks the code, so to speak, and then they're like, "Oh my god, let's all do this."
I feel like this is such a specific formula, though. I hope we don't see this many copycats. Of like, there
Right.
needs to be a family and they have a daughter and also they're spies
Hiding
or
secrets,
assassins. Yeah,
right.
like, no, please.
Oh my
Don't
god,
make
I
such a
got
specific genre of.
oh my god, Truck-kun isekai'd me, and now I have the memories of my baby, and I'm great at magic, and I'm great at fighting, and I'm great at everything. Like, I'm tired. I'm a little tired, so I
So, are
hope.
we covering it on the podcast, Drew?
God, we have to be really desperate.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I got. What about you, Ani?
So in my neck of the woods, for those of you who were living under a rock and haven't heard, there's been a bunch of brand new Silent Hill announcements. Woo! Silent Hill! Like a remake got announced, let me see, let me actually pull up all the things they announced. If I can find my news article. Yeah, Silent Hill 2 remake, Silent Hill Townfall, Silent Hill Ascension, and Silent Hill F. The interesting thing, though, and why this is related to anime, is because Silent Hill F is being written by none other than Ryukishi 07, aka the guy behind Umineko and Higurashi. And surprise, surprise, the setting for this Silent Hill F game, even though Silent Hill is traditionally always taken place in America, this specific Silent Hill is the first one to take place in a Japanese village. So it has Higurashi vibes all over the place. Even the trailer looks like a Higurashi opening. It had there was a certain shot in the trailer that looked just like the shot of Reina with the machete dragging it across the floor. So
Wow.
you can tell there's a lot of Higurashi vibes, and I love it. I fucking love it. I hope Beatrice and Rika and Satoko show up.
It's not gonna happen.
Silent Hill is now canon to the When They Cry universe.
I would say the most he probably do is like some Easter eggs.
I'm sure he will put. I'm positive there'll be some Easter eggs.
He really, yeah.
But shocked. I mean, think about it. What do you have to lose, right? Like, imagine how legendary he'd be if you're playing through Silent Hill, and then out of nowhere, red text appears, and then you hear the fucking Battler's theme song, and Battler comes out to deny that Silent Hill exists. Pyramid Head isn't real.
It would come out legendary as legendarily terrible because people all of a sudden it turns from a horror game into like a logic game.
So like Umineko.
Yeah, nah, I'm really excited that Ryukishi is on this project. I feel like there's anyone I can think of to really make this pop and stand out, it would definitely be him.
For sure. On a serious note, I am gonna play this. I've never played a Silent Hill game before. It's never been my speed. I don't like horror games where you're defenseless.
Wait. That's not. Didn't you play the remake of Resident Evil 3?
I said Silent Hill. Wow.
Oh
Wow,
shit! Yeah,
are
no, yeah,
all
yes they
horror
are.
games
Yep,
just
yep, yes they are. Yeah,
so,
Resident Evil and Silent Hill are the same shit to me.
well, in Silent Hill you don't have any weapons, so that's why I never
Oh,
play
so I'm definitely not playing this game. Got it.
So I'm traditionally against horror games where you're not allowed to kill the zombies or
Yeah,
enemies, but I will make an exception here for you, Kishi.
that's so nice of you. Could never be me, but love that for
I will
you.
break the Oni code for you.
Mm-mm. All right, now that we are done with our news, it's time to get into these weekly reviews. And we are going to start off with Chainsaw Man.
Yes.
Um,
Episode 2 specifically.
Episode 2, yes. Chainsaw Man episode 2. And
this is my episode of the week.
Okay, I could see that. Oh yeah, I can see why. I feel
No, not just because of that.
Okay, what do you think that is?
Power.
Excuse me?
Power.
Power? No. I mean her too, but no. I think just in this one season, I feel like there's just a lot of straight men who can hardcore identify with Denji.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
Like,
he's literally one of my favorite MCs ever, and it's only been 2 episodes.
yeah, exactly. I'm just like, oh, yeah. As I'm watching this, I'm just like, yep,
He's me.
Right. A lot of people are self-inserting as Denji, and I'm just like,
Denji's great though.
Denji is not great.
He's great.
He's just relatable.
He is great.
Relatable to you.
He's a breath of fresh air. Well, let's put it this way: compared to the usual generic, anime leads, he's a really good breath of fresh air.
That I will agree with. He is very. I'm trying not to say very sad, but but he is very sad, but in a very fun way.
I do like that. It's clear that like how miserable the situation is, but he doesn't even realize it.
Right, exactly, because he's just so thankful because his old situation was just so much worse. So he's just thankful for this.
Yeah,
He's like, that's why I'm just like, that's why I can't. Even though I'm just like, ooh, I kind of pity him. It's like, but I still like him because he's the definition of doing the best with what he's got.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't help but root for him, even when he says stupid shit like, ugh. What's my motivation? Boobs. I want to touch boobs.
I mean, I can't be wrong there.
Like,
I can't blame him.
It's almost like that where I no longer feel bad for him that he's just literally being turned into a pet, into Makima's pet. Like, at first I was feeling bad because I'm just like, oh no, she is really like
manipulating him.
Yeah, she's been manipulating him like hardcore.
Like he's happy.
Yeah.
Is it manipulation happy if you're happy?
Yes.
Oh well.
Yes.
It's a happy manipulation.
It is manipulation that works out for the both of them. I love that it went to the point where he was like, "Hey, is Makima a good person?"
She just tried to kill you.
I'm like, she's not. She's not a bad person. She just doesn't really give a shit about you like that.
I'm sure she's nice to her family and friends.
Right.
Just not her tools of her trade.
Period. And then and honestly in that way, I kind of just like I'm just like Makima. I'm like work bitch. Like
yeah, I can't see normally I would hate characters like her. But I feel like she just kind of works here. I'm just like, yeah, I can't hate you.
Right, because he's so like I'm sorry about everything I'm about to say. He's so like boy dumb that like he's the exact kind of person that I love to see get taken advantage of.
Wow.
Oh,
Drew
absolutely.
does not reflect the opinions of the G&A brand.
He's so boy dumb. It's like, yeah, you kind of just if you're this one track minded when it comes to women, it's like I can't feel bad. I'm not saying he deserves it. I'm just saying I can't feel bad for him.
Listen, I'm shipping him with Power, all right?
That would be a good plot.
I feel like they're good for each other. They're both at a
Exactly.
similar
First of
level
all,
of intelligence.
I'm like, who else is he gonna be paired with? Makima?
Listen, all he wants is to touch boobs. He was clearly happy with Power's boobs well, so you know it works either way for him. I don't think he's gonna be picky.
Exactly, and that's exactly why he deserves to be manipulated by Makima. Oh my god.
But yeah, I do love the blend of like comedy and action that the series has. Like it does a really good job of that. Like the action is, even though there wasn't that much action this episode, what little action there was, it was so over the top that it was like fun to watch. Like the whole ending scene where Power just like blood sledgehammers a sea cucumber and there's like guts everywhere, and she's just like, "I win!"
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, Power. I can tell she's gonna be very fun.
Yes, or the epic ball kicking scene.
Oh yes. We get introduced to another character, Hayakawa, who's I guess his superior.
Yeah, leader of his squad.
Yeah, who's also almost as nice as Makima. Especially considering within 5 minutes, excuse me, even less than that, he immediately drags Denji into an alley and proceeds to like beat him up and threaten him to quit his job.
Mm-hmm.
And
for good reason, though.
Yes, for a good reason. Like that. That's why I'm just like, Hayakawa, I don't want you to beat up Denji. I don't think there was any reason to beat up Denji. That was out of pocket.
I feel like it was just to dissuade him, you know, like, I'm serious, get out of here.
Yeah, it was that's bullying to me. So yes, when Denji said, you know what? Kick to the nuts. First of all, I identified with that so hard. I'm like, yes. There's no such thing as fair in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's a fair fight that's being sponsored, I'm getting paid for it.
Exactly.
Anything else is just a fight. And you know what?
That's fair.
Go for the nuts. Right.
We always say that if you're fighting someone, you should just go. Listen, I like that Denji has no shame and he's just like, listen.
Yes,
this is the most effective way to fight. All right, I'm just gonna keep kicking him in the nuts.
He has very zero shame, and that's kind of what makes his character very fun.
I love the moment where he was just like trying. It was like a semi-serious moment, or it was trying to be a serious. Like you thought it was a serious moment, and he's like,
oh my god,
reflecting on his words. He's like, take this seriously, and then he's like, seriously, yes. He seriously wants me to touch boobs. I got this. Like, that's my mission now.
And then when he said that out loud, like his mind cut. Like apparently he was thinking about that the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And he all of a sudden he was just standing in the office, and she's like, "Boobs? What are you talking about?" Yeah, this is a pretty funny episode.
Mm-hmm. Good brand of comedy. I love the cast. I like how they interact with each other. Power was only in it for like a minute, but in that minute, I instantly just fell in love with her too. So I know she's gonna be fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. Yes, looking forward to the next episode. Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, we have Spy Family, Part 2, Episode 4, which is my episode of the week.
Understandable. It's almost mine.
So, yes, this is a very your-specific episode where, in an attempt to keep her marriage afloat so she can continue killing in secret, by the way, I called it immediately when I saw her walk in with like cut up fingers and stuff. I'm like, that's definitely from cooking. 100% from cooking. And I was right. She was learning how to cook from her bitchy coworker Camilla.
Fucking Camilla.
I really hate how like it's like Camilla, she's so bitchy, but it's like this episode made me like her a lot. I like her a lot because I empathize with her a lot. I'm just like, wow, I kind of can see.
So you're the
like,
bully. Drew admits here he's the bully.
Not to her extent, of course, but it's like, yeah, a lot her attitude in the situation. I sympathize. Yeah, it was a really great scene. And then Yuri came over, which was like the perfect like dash of spice this episode needed.
Mm-hmm.
So so even though she's like struggling to cook, um you know, and she actually makes her first dish. Her brother her brother is literally eating and throwing up the food continuously at the same time. And she's like, wow, this is so great. Like, and I'm just like, whoa, you you grew up eating like this?
Yes, he ate that every day for his like entire childhood. The trauma is amazing.
He really should be dead. His
Yeah.
esophagus should be destroyed. Multiple ulcers. All that stuff. And then I love the little the slapstick scenes hit so perfectly when Camilla and her husband like take a bite of like yours nasty food, and it just immediately cuts to them like on the floor.
That was actually perfect comedic timing.
Perfect. Oh my god!
She like thud, and you see them on the floor down, like sprawled out.
They just put it in their mouth and just like they don't even have a reaction. They're just lifeless on the floor. But then we get to see, into yours past a little bit as she's recreating the stew that their mom used to make them. That was a very nice moment.
It was a surprisingly heartwarming episode, and also had like a lot of good backstory for Yor and character development.
Right. And then she comes home and she makes the same dish for Yor and Anya. And I love how it's like she's, hey, I brought dessert, and then they take the bite of dessert, and it's the same slapstick thing, and it works all over again.
Yes, poor Anya being poisoned at such a young age.
She'll be alright. What happens after that? Oh, then the whole scene
Frankie
with Frankie when he wants to go on a date with some girl named Monica. I love how Lloyd just like kind of shirks back in like slight disgust. He's like, Frankie, this is stalking.
Yeah, stop stalking this woman. You do the same thing.
He's like, but it's for work.
Yeah.
You're just stalking her. And I can tell how this was gonna go. I can tell how this was gonna go the moment he came in with like the tux and everything, and he was at her job essentially, and I'm like, oh, this isn't even a date. You didn't even ask her out yet.
Yeah, ooh. I feel bad for Frankie actually.
Yeah,
it was nice though because we got to see Lloyd cheer him up or comfort him.
Yeah, and then help him by putting on the Monica disguise for whatever reason. Yeah, no, it was very nice buying a drink for him. Lloyd is, yeah, I wouldn't say tsundere, but Maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe a
just a
little
bit.
tsundere.
Yeah.
Tsundere. He's like, oh, I followed you here and got you a drink at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was nice seeing
That
them
was
bond.
exactly. So yeah, like I said, this is just a very surprisingly um wholesome episode. You know, great character development for not the main characters actually. Well, yeah, including your
Yeah.
too.
It's funny because this is like I forget that the show becomes so Anya centric for obvious reasons, but it's still good to know that even when Anya's not in the show that much, it can still like do so well with the other characters.
Yes, this
Like
exactly.
Anya's
I
not the
feel
only source of comedy I like.
right. Please, more Carmilla, please.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Up next, we have Golden Kamui, season 4, episode 4.
Man, this episode was fucking weird.
Oh my god.
I
that
take back what I said last week. I think this guy's worse than the maiden of this guy.
that yo.
I remember. I think this is made by the maiden of this guy.
Hey. Just because it's really gay, don't you dare group them together, okay? Don't you dare.
Come on, you.
Like,
I would totally expect this scene in Maiden Abyss.
absolutely not, because it is not nearly as homoerotic.
Well, we'll replace the homoeroticism with like furries, furries and kids.
5-year-olds. Yes, exactly. Then maybe you be talking. Oh my god, the onsen scene was that was a lot. That was a lot. I mean, I loved it. Oh my god, gays who are listening to this podcast, just if you are into Bada dudes, this anime. Oh, this scene was dedicated to Bada. This almost to a point where I'm just like, you're either so straight that like you're one of those straight guys who's like so comfortable with like doing gay shit, or you're just full on homosexual. And I don't know which one it is anymore. Because this was a lot. It was.
I think it would have been less gay if they just started having sex. That would have been somehow less gay.
Like literally, it was the guy with the face tattoos, literally just having like this waterfall on his dick, and it's like, oh wow, that's a lot, but naked men. So I'm loving this. And then the other guy, one of the new characters, Kikuta, who was part of the 7th Regiment Corps, whatever they're called, with under Tsurumi. All of a sudden, because of him, and this is when I started thinking, I'm like, okay, this guy actually may be gay, because why is this dude like bent over?
Yeah,
Like douching himself. I mean, yes. Did they make the moment comedic by him like squirting water out his mouth? Yes, but I still don't buy it.
I mean, it's comedic because like they're having these serious conversations while the dude is literally getting a waterfall on his dick and he's like getting off on it, and then the other dude is getting douched. Yeah, so it's just like the situation is comedic.
That is so wow. I can't wait to show this to my friends tonight. Yeah, I'm just like,
let's talk about how we can capture the fucking skin tattoos off these guys. Wait a second, I gotta adjust my penis onto the waterfall.
Yeah, I just wrote it in my friend's chat just so I can remind myself to remind them. Oh my god, that was. I'm trying really hard to not just talk about this scene, but this is a lot. This is a lot to digest for like just 3 minutes.
Yeah. To be fair, this was like the best part of the episode, or at least the most entertaining part of the episode.
1,000,000%. Oh. So yeah, we have 2 new characters, like I said. Kikuta, the guy who likes douching in the hot springs, and then Ariko, who is Ainu, who is also just as hot. Yeah, but both great additions. Ariko's Aunt Ainu, so they're gonna be leaning on that as often. I mean, as always, excuse me. And I guess they're looking for looking for someone with the tattoos so that they can like bring it to Surumi and be like, "Hey, we found him. Let us serve under you again."
Yeah, it's
Little
pretty
did
much
they
the
know,
gist of it.
yeah. Little did they know that uh, the owners of the hot springs or the masseuse, gosh, I don't know how to say the plural form of that. Yeah, they were working for Hijikata, and one of them had the tattoos. And they were like, "Oh shit, they spotted one of us." So they're gonna keep snooping around. I don't know why they didn't just decide to like keep it cute and keep it moving, but no, they were like, "Ah, no, we gotta take out this guy who saw us." So yeah, that's what they try to do. They try to assassinate Kikuta, and yeah, it leads into a really awesome gunfight. We learned that Kikuta really likes his guns.
Collects a lot of them.
He likes a lot of his guns. Does some really cool shit. She starts shooting the peoples. Um, I kind of did like the back and forth, especially when they got chased into the cave. It was kind of, like I said, this show is really good at tension, which is why I really like the anime. Like, it doesn't need superpowers, doesn't need Kamehameha waves. It just has really good tension. When they instead of relying on superpowers, they rely on like heightened instincts and bullshit plot armor,
Mm.
which is just as good if you know how to use it. Let's see. And then Ariko finally takes down the dude in an avalanche. And then, yeah, eventually he cuts the guy's skin. Yeah, blah, 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 whatever. Let's get to the end. Because that also...
Yeah, that was gross. That was more gross than anything I've seen in Made in
that
Abyss, by the way.
That was some Made in Abyss shit.
Yeah.
That was some Made in Abyss shit. I will agree to that. I was like, at this point, I'm just like, okay, no, never mind. He's just straight. He's just straight and wild. Because I'm like, ain't no way. So this grandma makes something called chewed up dumplings, where she chews up some of the rice in her own mouth, spits it back in, and then fries it. Now, I was okay with grandma chewing it, even though gross. I was okay with her chewing it for whatever. I'm like,
I was not, but okay, go for it.
when I say I was okay with it, I was okay with her doing it and me not eating it.
Okay, good.
Because they've done like a lot of this anime's been like weird and grotesque in other ways. So fine. I was like, that's fine. It's cooked. I'm sure whatever. It's fine. It's cooked. When these drunk dudes, Shiraishi and Tsukimoto, when Tsukimoto opened his mouth and transferred.
That's a nice way of putting it.
I can put it. And transferred the dumplings into Shiraishi's mouth. I'm not gonna lie. So happy I wasn't eating. That would have been one of the rare moments of something disgusting would have made me like would ruin my appetite. It takes a lot to ruin my appetite, and I think that was one of those.
Yeah,
things.
that was insanely gross.
Thank
God I was not eating.
I'm calling it the grandma transfer.
No, gross.
The grandma transfer. Let's name this episode the grandma transfer.
Yeah, so we got what we're talking about.
Exactly. Listen, and they're gonna have to watch and find out, and then they're all gonna be disgusted.
Ugh. I really do feel like this thing. They're definitely trading notes. The author of this, they're like, wait, how can we gross out somebody? Because
cool. Yeah, they're definitely cool with each other.
Yeah, they definitely are. There's no way because that team was so random and unnecessary. I'm like, there's no reason for this to be here other than to gross me out.
Yeah. So I agree. I agree. Gross. Oh, can't wait for next week. Ooh, less grandma transfers and more hot springs, please.
How about we get Asipa some lines? He has like literally not done anything.
No.
Yes.
You get your other 7 anime where all the girls are like Kamuy.
Hey, Asipa's not like that.
I want my bottom end.
I don't know what you're talking about. She's a great character.
I want my bottom end in sweating or wet. Thank you very much.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I will have this. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. All right. Up next, we have My Hero Academia season 6, episode 4.
What a tragedy this episode was. I do not appreciate seeing my girl get slaughtered.
Yo, Miko got fucked.
Why? Why do you hurt me so, Hero Academia? So what? Drew's man dies, so now my girl has to die? What the fuck is this?
She's not dead. No.
Might as well be. She's like missing all her limbs and shit. Like
she's gonna live. Not that I'm
the
like
flesh off her bone was barely there. Like Jesus.
Her wound's been cauterized. She's alright.
Oh yeah, okay. She's fine. She's just missing an arm and like the rest of her limbs have been like poked like Swiss cheese.
You know there are healing quirks. I'm not worried about her.
Yeah.
No, not like I'm worried about Hawks. Hawks literally might just be dead. Hawks might just be gone because once again, plenty of death flags. All of the death flags. Mirko, they didn't do any background for her. They're just like, oh god, I got fucked up, and that was it. But even as she's getting fucked up, she was still really cool.
She was. She's really strong.
Yeah. See, I'm not that unlike someone, I didn't feel the need to compare waifus and husbandos.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not comparing
you just opened up by saying, oh, just because Drew's husbando died means Mirko has to suffer. You literally opened up with that.
That's not a comparison, that's a statement of fact.
That's first of all, that's a question. That's not a statement. She doesn't have to suffer, and she's not dead. So yeah, that was like a wild, like a kind of like a free for all between the heroes and the nomus.
Yeah. It was nice getting to see like they showed some of the other superheroes. Like the other top ranked superheroes too. They were pretty cool. I do like the shield guy. The guy who just makes shields.
Yeah, seems to be pretty strong. Of course we got to see how once again how OP Eraser is in a fight.
Mm-hmm. We got to see the Mike Head DJ dude fight, which was cool. Right.
I'm scared for him. I thought he was gonna die.
He's definitely gonna die. He's so gonna die. For
the moment I saw him say, "Okay, take care of Shigaraki," I'm gonna go back. I was like, "Oh my god, that rando hero is so dead. He is truly dead.
He's dead.
Why?
Hey, you mysterious hero has no voice line and we'll never see again. Stay here.
Yeah, look after like the OG bad guy.
Yeah, look after the main antagonist of the show.
I wish what you calls it. I wish you could just switch places with Hawks. Hawks can be like, oh cool, main bad guy, kill.
It's like one of those moments where it's like if you were black and you're in a horror movie and you're like, hey, why don't you go upstairs and check those noises by yourself?
Exactly.
If I was that hero, I'd be like, fuck no, you stay here with Shigaraki.
Right, exactly. Like, yeah, no, I'll actually go. Bye.
Aren't you ranked higher than me? Yeah, I think you should stay here.
Yeah, period. Oh my gosh. Um, yeah, that the doctor in the face of the pending defeat. Yeah, he
Mhm.
was like totally losing it. He was like, "No, it's all lost. It's all gone." Ah. And I really like how once the Mike guy, once Mike was like, "Oh man, this guy is so disgusting," and they just zoomed up at him and it showed like he made like a really gross face. Like the doctor's face was really gross. Like it was
Yeah.
like tears and snot, and it was all contorted, all weird. Very good, very nice imagery.
And we learned that he has a quirk that actually like doubles his life, or at least was it doubles or triples at the cost of
Doubles,
his mobility.
yeah.
Which is an interesting quirk. I like when they have really creative quirks like that, as opposed to just like really generic but OP ones like I'm a rabbit. As much as like that's a pretty uninspiring quirk.
Really, I think that rabbit's. I think that's kind of cool because I don't know. It takes.
I feel like that's a
I
way of
like.
cheating though, because that's like 50 different abilities in one. It's like, well, you jump really far, you have really strong legs, you have really good hearing. Like, come on.
But it's. But I feel like it's cool because you know. I feel like this is the first time they took like that bunny because it's not the first time I saw someone with bunny powers in a show. But you're just like, I jump high, I jump high, and I jump kind of fast, and I like carrots. Like that's usually what it does. But in this case, it's like no, they scale her up to include like oh that the musculature of a rabbit is going to be scaled up to like you know what you will have as a human being.
Mhm.
So you can physically just jump a lot harder, jump a lot faster, and
Your
your
feet are like
feet
strong as
strong.
trucks.
Yeah, right. They hit like trucks now because you're just a much bigger rabbit. And everything else about what a rabbit can do, like the hearing, the rabbit when she was running away, she's just like, yeah, just run away like a rabbit, like bounce, 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 bounce.
Bounce, 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 bounce.
Ah, 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 ah. Not that song. Not that song. But yeah, no, I feel like her power, yes, it's not like a super original, like I said, I've seen before, but I think the way it was in the way they instilled it with her, it's like they went the full 9 yards. It's like, yes, you are super like a fucking rabbit, and I appreciate that.
I still think it's a lazy power, but I like it. Whatever. I like Mirako. She makes up for it. I just like when powers have like interesting dynamics to them. Like I like the whole double life, but also you can't really move, or you have low mobility,
Um,
or like Shigaraki's. Anything I touch fades to dust.
right. It's like Rogue, but much more destructive.
Pretty much.
Excuse me. Let's see. Oh, we got some background about Davi. Uh, first, I love his face is like, I'm sad about Twice. Hawks is like, you're literally smiling, and then he's like, I can't. He's like, you bitch, I can't cry.
Yeah, kind of stuck like this.
Right. So that was interesting. Also, Davi is just like, we got to see his motivations for what he does, and it basically boiled down to fuck all y'all hoes. I'm a Stain stan. He's just a Stain stan,
Yeah.
and I guess I guess that really triggered, but just having really triggered him because that wasn't exactly a very hero like to murder him like that.
No. I
Even
do.
though
I
I'm
kind of
like,
like that they're doing that. They're like where it's painting the heroes is kind of like in a bad light in some regard.
mm-hmm, definitely, I like this gray. because I felt like it was a little too convenient that all these heroes are like, yeah, we're just good all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that's not true. I mean, because
Ever since the Stain arc, they've been kind of doing the whole like, are they heroes though? For real? Like, I like the one thing I do love about Hero Academia is it does do the whole "are they really heroes" question really well.
I was gonna say, oh yeah, they don't really question them much, but then I forgot the whole
Endeavor,
literally right Endeavor, right, right. So they actually been on that from day one, and I think they're gently submerging us
Mm-hmm.
in the whole greatness of a hero. But I do like that the majority. I love that they didn't go full the boys. You
Right?
know,
Yeah, it's not like the heroes are just assholes with
yeah,
power.
they're all corrupted, abusive shits. Like
Mm-hmm.
no, it's where most of them they're all like good people.
Yeah.
Even Hawks, murder is very bad. To be fair, he did give Twice a chance to like Twice. He's like Twice, I don't want to have to kill you. Please don't fight back because I'll have to kill you because you're that much of a threat. He's like, just surrender. So it wasn't like a straight up assassination. He didn't just come up by his neck and be like Shinde and just like stab him in the chest.
That's true.
Yeah. The Hawks, it's very much still gray with some white on it, like a light gray.
Yeah, very light shaded. I'm thinking of the Knights of the Old Republic, like the morality meter, where it was like the background behind your character would get gray to dark red to light blue, depending if you're like light side or dark side. And it's like
Mm.
Hawks is just like barely like it's like a gray with some light blue hue over the top.
Right.
Could do like a
Yeah.
morality chart for all the Hero Academia characters.
Oh, that'd be quite the chart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot happened this episode. I'm looking forward to next week's. Oh no, I feel like I know Hawks is gonna die, but it'd be cool if he didn't somehow.
He's definitely
That's just
dying.
me.
But,
Yeah,
maybe it's a red
definitely
herring.
dying. Yeah, maybe. All right, up next we have Mighty Mashita Iruma-kun 3
Mm-hmm.
episode 3. Um, so this felt a little fillery. Just a little bit.
We got some
Flat.
good background for
Oh,
Bachiko.
for Bachiko. Basically, she just has abandonment issues. TLDR,
Kind
abandonment
of,
issues.
yeah. Nobody wanted to make the perfect bow with her.
Yeah,
I do like that. So all the other students have basically passed their tests.
you're first.
The first test, which is only emboldened their instructors to go even fucking crazier. Like, you passed the
Right?
test, now I can go real fucking insane.
Yeah, now we can get a little strict. Yay! um, yeah, I could tell how. Ooh, how whatchamacalls it? What's her name? Bochiko?
Yeah, Bachiko.
Yeah, Bochiko. How she's getting a little triggered watching Iruma keep fucking up with
Mm-hmm.
the arrows.
I like the other guy at the club made the a Mary bow. It was just like her figure,
Yeah,
the figure form of
that
her
was
as a bow and arrow.
really funny. Um, Also, I'm not gonna lie, I thought this Ellie Goth dude, I kind of forgot about him. I think I may have gotten I think I may have gotten him confused with the guy from season 1. Do you know what I'm talking about? The one who like
uh,
who was like a low-key terrorist
I think so. Yeah.
at the festival, at the
Mm-hmm.
school festival? Yeah. So excuse me. I I thought this was the same person, but I don't think so.
I don't think they are. No.
Yeah, I don't think they
Who
are.
watches them?
I just don't remember this guy like at all. I don't remember him. So that's very interesting. Oh, I also don't know the concept of how remonsterization works.
I feel like I gotta get a refresher on the previous seasons.
Right. I was like,
This is
what?
what you know. How anime always does that thing where they'll have like recap episodes when they're completely unnecessary, but then when you do
Yeah.
need them, they never have.
Oh yeah, this is definitely one of those moments.
I'm like, yeah, there's been a few years. I will say this episode almost gave you your what you asked for with Clara having a sexy pose, which wasn't
Right. She was
sexy
like,
at all.
right, exactly. Thank you for mentioning that. It wasn't sexy at all. It's like we could have still could have gotten more, but you know, it's a good first step in the right
Well, she's still in
direction.
training. Don't worry. But
We got the surprise hug. I'm just like, okay, that's cute. I guess yeah, this is cute in like a way that doesn't make her like a 5-year-old. Meanwhile, homegirl, the blonde girl,
yeah,
she's
she's just straight up
total
succubus
baddie.
territory.
Right. She a baddie. Oh man. I'm like, yes, I want her. I want her IG. Thank you very much.
This training is more effective on some people than others.
Right. But you know, I still have hope for Clara. But yeah, it seems like this how it ended off was like, hi, we're not gonna show you their training, and next episode is gonna be the start of the festival.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. Iruma's outfit slash bow is really badass.
Oh yeah, that one scene of him with the bow was fucking amazing.
That was I'm like, girl, where'd you get the wings from?
Although I kind of feel like they gave him his bow super early. Like I was expecting it to take longer.
Yeah, maybe next episode, but you know, I'm fine. we have a lot. We have 21 episodes, so I guess we have a lot to cover.
Yeah, a lot of training arc.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've just generally been looking for it. Like, can't say I can't really complain about this season. There's
No,
usually like that one child that's or one or two children that I'm just like, oh, I guess I'm watching this anime now.
no, all the anime this season have been pretty strong. I was gonna say except for one, but we'll talk about that one.
All right. Well, up next we have the Eminence in Shadow, excuse me, episode 3.
I did enjoy this episode more than the last two.
Oh yes, 100%.
Yeah, this I feel like it's finally starting to. It still hasn't clicked for me. Like it still hasn't done its whole like settled in yet. Like it still kind of feels all over the place for me, but it's getting there. At least I'm starting to see the
We're getting
parts
there.
we're in.
You're right. We're not. I'm. I can assume we're not gonna get another time skip, and
Yeah, like it
he's
feels like it's settling
college.
down. You know, that was actually his previous isekai life. Now he has a new isekai life. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this new girl, Alexa. Whew.
I can't say that.
I'm like,
It'll trigger my device.
oh.
I will call her Allie.
I'm definitely gonna forget who you're talking about now. So yeah, she is just like, wow.
I like her a lot. She's hilarious.
They belong together.
They do. This scene. What works for me in this show is the comedy. I'm not really with the when it gets serious mode. I can't really. It feels too cliche for me. But when it's being comedic, it's actually pretty fucking hilarious.
I think I like the train scene actually.
I wasn't talking about the training scene. I was talking more about the
the train scene.
Oh, the train scene.
I liked it. It was that moment where she like was like, "Ooh, I kind of saw you as a man for a second." I liked
don't know.
it.
I like their banter more when they're just being
Yeah,
bitchy
it was.
at each
It
other.
wasn't. Yeah, was it like the strongest thing or even remotely cool? Some could argue
Well, I
that
think for
it
me,
was.
it's the tone shift is so heavy, you know, like it doesn't ease into the serious. It'll just be like someone flips a switch and we go from like bantering and laughing to like, oh wait, let's have a serious conversation. Now we're in Batman. It's like we switch from fucking 1980s Batman to fucking Christian Bale Batman or something.
I don't know. I feel like they sprinkled in her wham 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 moments. Um, even through comedy. Well, not even through comedy. Like they sprinkled it before, like when they were training. Like you clearly see, like this is gonna come back up. Like, oh wow, her style is very ordinary
Mm-hmm.
and nothing's cool about it. Uh, so yeah. So the fact that they brought it up later, to me, it made sense. Uh,
Yeah, I felt it was a little bit over dramatic, but either way, I my favorite scene, of course, was the coin flipping scene. I think that was fucking
oh
perfect.
my god, that was. He must think I'm some. He must think I'm desperate for money, huh? Well, you're right. And that pose, that
Yeah,
JoJo
the
pose.
pose, like he's like
Oh,
leaning over the side of the. Yeah, and he's just like she controls him with the coins now.
right. When he like tossed it up, and he grabbed it like a dog.
I also
I
like
was like, I hate that
the
for
twist
him.
of they because when he first confessed to her and she was like instantly like yes I'll date you. I was thinking
Right.
like oh great another MC just gets everyone, but no, it's because she wants to like make the other guy upset and jealous and like put him in his place, and then so they're both like using each other, and he brings it up.
Exactly.
He's like, oh well, your friends told me you just confessed to me like as a game, so you know who's using who here.
Right. First of all, fuck his friends. His friends are pussies.
Yeah, his friends suck.
Bunch of pussies. How do you do your mans like that?
Mm-hmm.
That actually kind of upset me. I'm like, like you could put him in such a bad position. Listen, the way they were like, "Oh, you can't be mad at us forever." I'm like, "Bitch, fuck you!" Like
And then they have
now,
the nerve to ask him, like, "Oh, did anything happen? Did you guys fuck?" Well, maybe you would have if you didn't fucking ruin it, assholes.
right? Like, oh my, yeah, no. I would have totally just to punish them for like maybe like a week or two. I would have been like, for, totally gotten really snobby and really like leaned into the role her her girl. I'm sorry, her boyfriend. Just be like, no, I don't see these commoners. Oh, let's go, princess girlfriend. Fuck these
Let's go
guys.
fuck on my yacht. I don't have time for commoners.
Right, exactly, and that's what they would deserve. That really upset me. That I'm like, that's the last secret I ever tell y'all ever. I got intimidated by her.
I mean,
Like,
she's pretty intimidating.
not to the point where I tell the truth. Not to that point. Not clear. Not that intimidating. The intimidating she would have to be for me is the kind of intimidating where I feel like she's gonna beat my ass, and that's clearly not. Yeah, clearly not afraid of her physically. So dot dot dot. Oh yeah, that was yeah. They really deserve each other. She's so. Imagine being so petty. That's why I like her. Imagine being so petty that you don't want to marry this guy because he's just such a reminder of how he's a constant reminder of how insecure you are in your own abilities.
I mean,
Because that's really what it
that would
boils down
that
to.
would suck though.
I mean, I was gonna say he get better.
Yeah, get good, scrub.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is fun to bully Alexa just because she's such a shitty person. But
If by shitty person you mean cute goddess, then
sorry, she's very fucked in the head. Like, ooh. They have all this fun technology and magic. Where's the magic of therapy?
Yeah, they don't have magic therapists yet. They haven't evolved as a society.
Oh my god. Because man, that girl is toxic. Oh man, I feel bad. And then she's just mad at her sister. She's even though I can understand how she feels, because that would sound incredibly patronizing.
Yeah, her sister.
Yeah, she's like, no, well, I like your torts and shit. Yeah, I can empathize with Alexa. That's why I like her.
You should like her. Yeah, there you go. See, not so bad after all.
She's in complete trash, like very toxic.
So do you just like toxic characters? Is that your thing in this episode?
She's entertaining. She's very entertaining. That's why I like him. He's also kind of pathetic in his own way. Also entertaining. And now they're together in this farce of a relationship. I love it. Well, I did until she turned up missing, and now he's being framed as the main suspect.
I'm sure he'll clear his name. I'm sure he'll point somewhere randomly on the map and find her and then decapitate all her captors and save her or something.
I mean, I feel like this is going to happen, but you know, a little bit of sweat before then would be nice. All right, let's move on to Uzaki-chan wa Asobitai, Season 2, Episode 3. 4. Excuse me.
I felt like this entire episode just built up to the joke at the end, and I don't know how I feel about that, or the situation at the end.
I feel like that was a plot twist.
I know, but that's why, because I really like that situation.
That gagged me. I said, "Wait, what?" I said, yeah. So essentially, Uzaki is convinced, thanks to Sakaki, that everyone just wants to fuck Sakurai. To the point where he throws poor Ami all under the bus. And he's like, oh yeah, Ami totally just wants to fuck Sakurai. Isn't that right, Ami? He's like, no, what are you talking about? Why would you even say that? And then that part where she's like, oh, what's her face? Uzaki is like, hey, Saki, abs, please.
My goddamn, he's ripped.
Right. And then you just start seeing Ami start heavy breathing. Oh man, that was great.
Even her dad had to jump in and was like, yeah, no, she totally looks lustfully at Sakaki everywhere else.
Totally. And damn, they really just poor Ami.
You have to confess to him before a sexual beast like Ami.
I mean, yeah, beast slut whore Ami even gets a whiff of him. You know how hot he is. I like the fantasy that Usaki has when she's imagining all the people, like, you know, being attracted to Sakurai. And I love how, like, that random guy pops up. Oh, Watashimo. I was like, oh, now you also put men in this.
Yes. Everyone loves him.
Oh my god.
All genders included.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was really funny. And then they're all back at the mom's place. So of course it's gonna be a bunch of, you know, comedy moments where the mom just assumes Uzaki is asking for sex advice, and obviously Sakurai is trying to fuck her.
This is one of my favorite, like, rom-com fucking misunderstandings, period, like, ever.
It is. But I do like that in this scene, which what makes happen at the end that much better, the mom snaps out of it and she's like, you know what? Let me give my daughter some actual good dating advice about Sakurai and stuff. It's like, yeah, go for it, you know. Basically gives her words of encouragement. But then after Uzaki sees that all of a sudden Sakurai is calling her mother by her first name, which by the way, that was such no, I don't that was wild. That I feel like that's not even like a Japan thing. Like I feel like no one does that in general.
Calling yeah, it is kind of weird calling like
Yeah.
family or friend's mother by her first name.
Right. That only happens in I mean, I guess they're college students, so it's like at that point they start being a little depending on who it is. I don't know. I only see that happen with like white people, and only certain white people. Not even like white people in the majority, just like certain ones, like the ones who are real free spirited, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a situation where I've ever seen anyone call my mom by her name, like any of my friends. And I'm like, nah.
I called my old friend. I called her mother's name by first name once.
Mm-hmm.
She looked at me like, "Are you?" She looked at me like I was high as fuck. And I'm just like, "Oh," I was like, "No, that was an honest mistake because I just found out what her first name was." And I'm just like, "Oh, like hey, Michelle." Oh, yeah, fucking. You go. People are not gonna know who she is. Michelle. Hey, Michelle, and she's like,
"Whoa, you just doxed Michelle?"
He's like, "Huh?"
Yeah, I feel like
yeah,
that's super taboo in Japan then.
Right, and I think what it was because I wasn't sure what. I think I kind of forgot what her last name was. I didn't know if her last name was Hilson, but it was Hilson.
Well, now you definitely gave her name away. Thanks, Drew.
Sorry, I was thinking out loud to myself. Okay, we have to actually beat that out.
I'm not doing that.
or you can keep it in, and whatever happens,
Drew's gonna get a phone call.
We're both gonna be held accountable. I think you know that. We're both gonna be held accountable by the law.
Drew's getting sued. I can't believe this.
Sued.
Can't believe this.
We are getting sued. We're both doing the podcast. If you don't listen, I'm a broke bitch. Like you ain't getting a penny out of me. But that's a reminder. We both do that. And by that I mean this. By this I mean this podcast. Anyways, point is, yeah, that's not really a thing that's done. So that was really weird.
It was.
And
so I don't blame Uzaki for her reaction.
Me neither, because especially in Japan, if you call people by their first name basis, that's like that's implicative that their relations are really tight all of a sudden. Really, they real close. Like, Uzaki and Sakurai, they're not even calling each other by their first names, but you're calling the mom by the first name.
Mm-hmm. Which makes me think she's gonna make or want him to call her by her first name.
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna do that first thing. For starters, I'd be shocked if that did not happen next episode. Also, excuse me. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the Uzaki's like, oh shit. Is this guy trying to fuck my mom?
Now she's in on it. She's just like,
right. Now she's in the delusion. I'm like, God damn. I was like, God damn it.
God knows the misconceptions are gonna arise from this.
Right. I thought we were done with the school rumble portion, but no, it just intensified. School rumble intensified.
I hope she confronts her mom. Like, Mom, are you trying to fuck my boyfriend?
Could you imagine she just outright asks that? I mean, if she did, that would literally clear up everything, and everything would be great.
I
But
guarantee it would, but I guarantee she's gonna try to ask it in
oh,
a
absolutely
way, like yeah,
not.
in a roundabout way, and then she's gonna
You like my
interpret it.
mom? It's like, oh yeah, I love your mom.
Mhm.
She's so great. Yeah, I really learning a lot of things from her. Your mom, so pretty and beautiful. Like, yeah, it's
She's giving me so many new experiences.
good. Oh, why would you be more like your mom? She's so mature.
I want to see what. By the way, there was a little visual gag thingy where when she was explaining the measurements of items to Sakaki, and she's like, "You just have to use your eyes to." And her eyes are like permanently closed. I'm like, "How do you use your
Yeah, I
eyes?"
saw that. Right.
And I'm like, "Wait, does her eyes ever open?" And then later in the episode, when she gets shocked, her eyes do open. I'm like, "Wait, so your eyes you're just naturally closed?" Okay, got it.
Right. No, that was really funny. I was just like, I want to say something about it, but I'm like, damn, would that make me racist?
So, but yeah, no, I hope she asks her mother, and like her mother's just gonna misinterpret it as her inviting her into a relationship with Sakaki or something. I don't know. I want to see where this goes. There's a lot of ways this can go.
I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Last but not least, we have Utawarerumono Futari no Hakuoro. Episode 18.
Did you know there are 10 more episodes of the show left? Because it doesn't feel like.
I can believe it. I mean, obviously, I feel like we can both predict what obviously is going to be like the last part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they finally confront Raiko. Oh, excuse me. And Raiko, I don't know, for some reason, I don't know why they didn't just like subjugate Raiko right there, and handcuffs, anything. He was like, "Oh, follow me up here." Okay.
Follow me up here, just like snipe him.
Can we follow him up there with a knife to his with like a knife to his throat? Like, why are we just letting him walk around? Like, this is a dude who like killed your dad and started civil war.
You have to be polite, Drew.
Not really, not in war. Yeah, that was wild. And then also it's like, ha, surprise! Raiko gets the. Oh, first of all, called it.
With what?
Called it. I told you. Raiko's subordinate was also in on it. I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, but like, she also didn't really intend for that to happen.
Right, she didn't intend for his death, but she still betrayed him.
All right,
Because the kill him,
all right. Yeah, make her jeering at her while she's like mourning the loss of her loved one. You're like, you betrayed him.
Oh, I didn't.
Traitor.
That's what homeboy did.
Yeah, literally. Was that you in disguise?
Not that was me in disguise. I'm not shitting on her. I'm just saying I was right. And she did betray him. Like, I called it. He was like, oh, there was no one there gonna try mess with the cannons. I was like, and the moment I saw the first attendant betray, I'm like, yeah, that second attendant, it was her. It was her. Also, you could tell because that was the same knife that was used to kill Dororo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you knew that. The same dagger, same pattern. So I was assuming that was just her in disguise.
I didn't notice that, but that makes sense.
Yeah, too bad she couldn't help Raiko in that fight.
Like, get the fuck out of here, you're weak as shit.
Yeah, he's like, you're in the way.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, but true, because Quan would just easily two-pieced you.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. But yeah, but speaking of, Raiko becomes a Akuruka, and they all fight to beat his ass. Which is cool. I like that. They were like, no, we're not gonna sacrifice you. We'd rather all just like fight and win or die together than have you just do it by yourself. Excuse me. Also, I like the fact that this was like, oh, this was like an old, untuned mask. So that's the reason that's like the reason why they won. Because, it's not really meant for anyone to use.
Yeah.
So Raiko, the moment he used it, like he was basically gonna die regardless. So yeah, that was cool because for a second I'm like, really, y'all beat an Akuruka, really, all by your lonesome?
Europe, all by ourselves. Well, Kuan, I feel like could. She just like comes out of nowhere and bodies everyone.
I don't know. She did that cool force push moment,
Kind of strong,
but she kind of passed out right after. So
yeah,
I don't think so. She is very strong, not that strong. Speaking of Akuruka, my boy, what's his name? Mikuzuchi.
Mhm.
The other guy who has a mask. I feel like he's still gonna live. Once someone's bleeding and falls into a river, that basically guarantees that they're alive.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's like 101. Story
Period.
writing 101. Speaking of story writing 101, I do wish Raiko had a better reasoning for betraying the
Right.
Empire. Yeah.
Right. Thank you. Now you deactivated my memory, which that's why my notes make sense. But yeah, Raiko was like, I just wanted our own strength. I don't want us to rely on blah 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 blah. I'm like, no, girl. If you want that to be the case, just I don't know, implement some laws so that you cannot do. You can do this politically without killing people.
Yeah, that was really dumb. It was like we were too happy. It was too safe. It was too prosperous. Time for civil war. No.
Like, yeah, that was
Time
was
to
a
overthrow the
really
queen.
dumb justification. That was almost as bad as oh my god, who was I going on a rant about? It wasn't this episode, was it? Where someone was like, I'm doing this because XYZ, and I was like, this is a really dumb reasoning. This is really bad reasoning. This is really nonsensical. I forget who it was.
I think it was. Yeah, I feel like you were mentioning something about that recently, but I don't know if it was this episode.
Yeah. But yeah, but either way, it was really, really silly. Excuse me. But yeah, no, he I hate to go back to picking on the poor attendant, but that scene kind of had me gagged a little bit.
When he suddenly dematerialized.
Like it was like sad music. Oh, you poor thing. Whatever your name is, and then music just cuts.
Yeah, like abrupt. The most abrupt cut
dies.
ever. And he just vanishes.
I was like, fuck, that's rough. That
Damn,
is rough.
sucks to suck.
I was like, damn. Oof. Yeah, and then we see another bad guy, by the name of Woshish. I don't know if he's like one of the attendants, nor do I know his. I think simply he was just trying to take all the power for himself. He's like, let me just kill both
I think
sides.
he's a much more greedy motivation than Raiko's.
Like,
Raiko's was dumb, but his is gonna be like greed.
No, I don't think he was trying to take over the throne per se. I think he was just trying to like be a puppet hand. And control Anju. Because they'd be like, because he couldn't do that as long as Oshidoru was around. So he's like, I need to kill Oshidoru. And then once that happens, once that happens and Raiko goes out of the way,
then I can be the secret Shadow King by controlling Anju.
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
Political
but God,
intrigue.
oh, what a dick. What a dick. But yeah, that was quite the episode. I want to see. I want to see how they're gonna, kind of settle in before the next arc starts.
Yeah, and keep in mind, I don't know if Haku is gonna reveal his identity at this point. I feel like he kind of should. His mission is
Right.
complete, and he even
There's
tried to
no
take
man.
off the mask, and he couldn't.
Right. He tried.
It's like,
He
oh
was like,
fuck,
"Oh, mask." He's like, "All right, fuck." Like,
it's
that
not
doesn't come
coming
off
off.
anymore. That was funny. All right, so I guess we're done with our weekly reviews. Um, I think we might end it early, only because I feel like this podcast it's not exactly been a short one.
This is what happens when you have 8 episodes or 8 anime in a week.
Yay!
But yes, I'm all for ending it early because I am tired and I work tomorrow.
So please take us away, my love.
Guys, if you enjoyed this episode of the Waifu Wars podcast, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you catch all the episodes as they go up every week. If you haven't already, do follow us over on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, and join the party on our Discord, all linked in the description down below. If you'd like, you can even become a channel member or patron and join us for our weekly live watches. This week, or this season, every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll be watching Spy Family and Chainsaw Man with our patrons and channel members. So if you want to be a part of that, you know what to do. And Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
I hope you guys. Oh well, I was gonna say something about Halloween, but we literally are going to. Well, in case our next episode doesn't come out by Halloween, be safe. Watch your drinks. Have cool outfits. And yeah, just have a great time to all those who do the Halloween things.
Indeed. Make sure you eat all the candy.
Yeah, and also catch us because we'll be doing a karaoke stream for Halloween.
Yes, Halloween themed karaoke stream next week, 8 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Until then, this has been Sobroni and
Scooby-Doo.
we'll catch y'all later. Later.
Bye.